afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Murray Field, where today the Holliston High team will be playing our Norwood Mustangs. But first, we're going to do senior night, and we'd like to start by recognizing the Holliston seniors. First, number 18, Anya Holden. Captain number 13, Kayla Friedman. Captain number 19, Anderson Hastings. Finally, number 17, Captain Ava Lombardi. And now for your Norwood High Mustang seniors. Charlotte Martino. Charlotte will be attending Providence College next year to study nursing, and she's joined today by her mom Michelle, dad David, and sister Nicole. Get out there, Dick.
Oh my gosh, sorry. It's all good. Mic not paying attention.
Next up for the Mustangs, Michaela Brown. Michaela will be attending Western New England University studying sports management. She's joined today by her mom Tracy, dad Jim, and her sisters Quinn, Kaylee, and Caitlin.
I know.
Next up is senior Emily Spadorcia. Emily will be going to Bentley University next year, studying business and playing field hockey for the Falcons. She's joined today by her mom Kelly, dad Tony, and her brother Joe. All right, next up is Captain Evan O'Neill. Evan will be going to the University of Florida to study neuroscience on a pre-med track. She's joined today by her mom Laura, dad Matt, and her sister Rachel. And next up for the Mustangs, your captain, Bridget Sopel. Bridget will be attending UMass Amherst studying kinesiology. She's joined by her mom, Brenda, her father, Ed, and her sister, Maddie.
Joe Casey.
And last but not least, your captain, Shay Larkey. Shay will be attending Cornell University studying industrial and labor relations and also playing field hockey. She's joined today by her mom, Judy, her father, Scott, her brother, Joe, and her little sister, Casey. Congratulations to all the seniors. Good luck next year. Thank you for a great 4 years. Let's play ball.
Hello and welcome to Murray Field. Joe Spadorcia, joined by Mike Lodge. Mike, it's great to have you.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah, welcome back to the field. Norwood High getting set to take on Holliston here on senior night. It's a beautiful day, about 77 degrees out, and we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, Mustangs need this one. Coming off their 0-2 in their last 2 games. Dropped a tough one to Dedham yesterday, so hopefully get back on the winning track here.
And the first draw is going to be scooped up by the Mustangs as they look to get things started. Here's Larkey.
It's Penza.
The far wing now up top. Allie O'Neill. There's dodge right. He's going to pull it back out. Pass it over to the left for Larkey. Over to the far side now. Work it behind the cage.
Did Madison Doucette off the wing there, up to Spadorcia.
Back up top now for O'Neill.
Looks like they got a little ISO going here.
Dumping it back out to the wing. Coming across the top shot, and she scores! Shea Larkey with the first tally of the game, and it's 1-0 Mustangs.
It's number 19. Put the ball in the stick of your athletes and let them go.
Just found the open area and picked a corner and took it.
I'm going to guess that they work on that. I think Allie O'Neill's going to draw a lot of attention here. At this, the first game against Holliston, I guess, was a little bit of a bloodbath, a back-and-forth game that the Mustangs came and pulled out at the end. And Allie and Shea playing the two-person game here, and Mustangs up 1-0.
Yeah, the last time these two teams faced off was way back April 1st. Norwood came out on top 14-12 in that contest. Larkey again on the draw control. 2 so far for the Mustangs. She dumps it in towards Doucette. Is looking behind the cage. Sopel now. Excuse me, that's not Sopel.
That's Quinn Brown.
That's
You
Quinn
got the
Brown.
2 sophomores behind the cage, lefty righty. You got Nora Staunton on the left side and Quinn on the right. Go for the overload again here.
Working it behind the cage. A lot of cuts out front. Close D. Dropped ball. And that's going to be a turnover as that's scooped up by the netminder.
Nice, Nora.
Good pick off, and Mustangs will quickly get it back.
Nora Staunton, Johnny on the spot as always.
Great play there to get her stick extended just to get in that passing lane. Let's get that turnover back. Here's Larkey again up top. Towards the middle now for O'Neill. Shot, she scores. The Mustangs double their lead just like that. 2-0 with just under 10 to go here in the opening frame.
Yeah, again, just a little bit of motion by the Mustangs. Get it up top. Allie's she's smooth. Just get by your defender, take it to the cage. But that play started with Nora Staunton on the cause turnover, just getting in the way of the clear and keeping the possession for the Mustangs.
Yeah, what a play. Go all the way back to that Staunton play, and that, obviously couldn't have happened if Holliston had successfully broken out the ball their own defensive zone. So a huge play early on.
Nobody wants it. Here we go.
Finally pinballed into the stick of Larkey. It's 3 for 3 so far this afternoon. Spadorcia. Over to her right. For Doucette. Fed it back up top. Over to the far wing. Back behind goal line extended. The near wing now. Let's do set.
Up top to Penza.
It's a hard cut for O'Neill. She's met by a few defenders. And we're going to get a push call. And the first free position for the Mustangs. Quick pass, and a good save there by the netminder.
It's a good heads-up play by Ali. She didn't really have a good angle there. Got it over to 18, Emma Penza, and goalie made a nice save.
And a breakout for Holliston. As they leg it up, it's Ava Lombardi, senior captain. She feeds top of the crease, turns, she scores. Good find there, right on the top of the crease. The lead's cut in half. It's 2-1 now, with 8 minutes to go here in the opening frame.
I guess that was one of their senior captains. Is that Anderson? Is that number 19?
Believe so.
Yeah, good player. I think she was up over the 100-goal career mark last year. I remember playing her. She's a very skilled player, very offensive-minded player. Found herself alone at the top of the crease. Not much Ali can do there.
Right place, right time there for the pass. She wasted no time burying it.
The redraw here.
Can't really ask for better weather on a senior night.
Perfect.
Beautiful day here.
Good cloud cover so the sun isn't roasting us up here in the booth.
It's going to be huge. See how long we can hold on to that. Another draw control for the Mustangs. Larkey will will it up to Sopel. Short pass for O'Neill. O'Neill looking over her options up top. She's going to move it to her right for Larkey. Cutter's moving right to left, the width of the field for Larkey as she takes it back behind the cage. Works her way up to the wing and all the way back up top. Short pass for Sopel, quickly bobbled and recollected. Not before a whistle, and a push will award the Mustangs the ball back. Just halfway through this first quarter, Norwood up 2-1. Here's O'Neill. And that one just wide. Mustangs will retain the possession.
Nice job of having two players back there for that. You had Quinn Brown and Nora Staunton back there in good position.
Good look back door. She finds a spot and she buries it.
That's it, Noah. Nora Staunton on the board. Good cut. Pass coming high to low. Takes her time. You know, doesn't have the shot. She had, two defenders in front of her on that initial pump fake, and good patience, and ends up burying it. Nice play, Nora.
Great play by the sophomore. Norwood up by a couple here.
So Mustangs out to a pretty good start. I think the coaching staff was a little weary after the Dedham loss, that the girls be a little down. Seems like they've come out firing on all cylinders here. Get up on them early, see if you can put them away early.
Yeah, Monday evening game. Drop that contest to Dedham. 6-10. 10-6. Better way to say that.
There's Larkey with another draw control.
Here's Sopel with speed. She's going to pull up, feed it off to the wing on the far side. Skip pass back up top for Larkey. Moving it to the right now for O'Neill. She's going to retreat, dodge left. She goes right with it. Shot, and that one is going to be blown dead before she got the shot off.
Get herself to the 8. Wish they changed that rule. Let it be a continuation. I think the idea is that as soon as the goalie hears the whistle, they loosen up. So
Almost like an and one in basketball is what you're looking for, right?
yep. Another nice save by the Holliston goalie there. Norwood on the redefend here. Take him to the sideline. Bridgie got a little over aggressive there, gets the whistle.
Shovel pass forward, didn't make the target. Emily Spadorcia in between.
And there she goes.
Long pass break in now underneath the 20-yard line. Back up top for O'Neill. Now in the near wing. Back down low. Shovel pass for Larkey. Far shot and a good save there by Langen. She's made a couple good ones.
Come up with that.
Breakout pass, bobbled. And recollected by the Mustangs.
Bridget Sopel. Another ground ball. Mustangs doing a nice job here of, they get a shot or a save and they're trying to clear. They're doing a nice job on the redefense, coming back up with the ball.
Yeah, good job trying to riding that breakout so far for the Mustangs. Here's O'Neill. Tripped up, finding some space. She goes sidearm with it, and that one deflects high up in the air.
I think that went off the pipe.
And it hops out of bounds over on that far sideline.
Just drop that stick angle, let it rip from her ankles.
Here's Maggie Morton.
Nice job, Evan.
Good stick there by Evan O'Neill. And Staunton.
There we go.
Up
Good
ahead
clear.
for Spadorcia. Spadorcia's going to leg it.
Protect your stick.
And you called it there. Got a little too comfortable. Didn't have as much space as she thought.
Teammates could help her out, letting her know someone's behind her, too.
Mustangs get it back. Larkey now. For Doucette. Back to Larkey up top. Fakes left, goes right. Good slide there by the Holliston defense to block off that lane. Doucette again. Wins the ground ball battle.
All right, Noah needs to get settled here.
Gonna work it around the horn. Up top again for Larkey. Dump pass to her left.
Yeah, good patience on the Mustangs here. Emily's going to get it. Did she get herself to the... Are they calling her on a charge?
Charge.
Okay. Good patience. They get the ball back, get themselves settled. And with the charge.
Up ahead. Pass bobbled. Recollected. That's Lombardi. Lombardi with the stick in her left hand. Working down the near sideline. Down low. Back for Lombardi. She's looking to work it through X. trying to get top side. And a good defensive play by the Mustangs to break it up. Ground ball battle whistle.
It's all right. Evan get called for the push there. It's all right.
Under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Mustangs still lead by a pair. Lombardi. Left-handed, and she scores. She found the lane. She snuck that one in. With 20.6 to go here in the opening quarter.
Yep, just got to her left. Got a step on the defender. Let it rip, went low on Allie. We got 20 seconds left. Norwood's kind of dominated the time of possession here and only have a 1-goal lead to show for it. So Holliston not going away easy.
And another draw control for the Mustangs. Larkey to Sopel. Sopel gets her pocket picked, recollects the bouncing ball, finds a lane, and that one just wide.
Roll it.
And that's going to do it for the opening quarter. It's 3-2 Mustangs from Murray Field. For Joe Spadorcia, Mike Lodge, we'll be right back.
I'm Shay Larkey. I'm a senior on the Norwood High Lacrosse team.
I'm Evan O'Neill, and I'm a senior on the Norwood High girls lacrosse team.
Hi, I'm Bridget Sopel. I'm a senior on the girls lacrosse team.
I'm Charlotte Martino. I'm a senior on the Norwood High lacrosse team.
I'm Emily Spadorcia. I'm a senior and I played Norwood lacrosse.
Hi, I'm Michaela Brown. I play girls lacrosse, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Pizza. I'm the Norwood girls head lacrosse coach.
My favorite TV show is Yellowstone.
My favorite TV show is Gossip Girl.
My favorite TV show is Grey's Anatomy.
My favorite TV show is Gilmore Girls.
My favorite TV show is Full House.
My favorite movie or TV show is probably The Vampire Diaries.
That is a really hard question. Right now I'm watching Degrassi, so I'd say that's my favorite.
Pre-game ritual is set the field up and eat some snacks.
What kind of snacks?
Usually some fruit and some like Cheerios.
My pregame ritual is usually drink a Celsius and listen to some good hype-up music.
My pregame ritual is stopping at Honeydew, getting a raspberry Red Bull and a bagel with butter, and then coming to the field and putting Bridget Sopel's hair in a slick back.
My pregame ritual is having Emily do my hair before every game.
My pregame ritual is to sit at the field and listen to some good music.
My pregame ritual is probably to go home and make a fried egg and then come up here and just get really locked into the game.
I usually come to the field with some candy and snacks and watch the girls set up the fields.
My favorite spring sports memory is Allie getting her 200th save a couple weeks ago.
My favorite spring sports memory is Topgolf last year.
Beating Holliston in overtime last year.
My favorite spring sports memory is our playing game last year and making it to a tournament.
My favorite spring sports memory was us playing Bellingham in Bellingham with weather under 30 degrees.
My favorite spring sports memory was playing with my sister my sophomore year when she was the goalie, and it was my first year playing defense, so she kind of bossed me around.
I think beating Holliston in the last couple seconds this season.
And welcome back to Murray Field. Norwood Mustangs on top 3-2 against Holliston. Joe Spadorcia, Mike Lodge. Mike, what were the keys to the first quarter there? What are the Mustangs doing well, and what do they need to improve going into the second quarter?
Well, they're dominating in the draw control. They're 6-0 right now, and it's actually number 19 is 6-0 against Holliston
pretty
right
good.
now.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
Shea's
good.
come up with every one, so they've got their possessions. Their redefend is good. Every time they've turned the ball over, they seem to get it back. Dominated time of possession. It's just they've only got a 1-goal lead to show for it. So hopefully be a little more efficient in those offensive sets and take advantage of those opportunities.
And another draw here to open the second quarter. And you guessed it,
There you go, 19 again.
it's Larky again. She found a lane, but that one just wide, left of the cage. Recollected by the Mustangs. Two set. Skip pass in the middle for O'Neill. She fires that one off the pipe. That's her second post of the game.
2 pipes today. It's going to fall, Allie. Keep shooting.
Here's Penza. Skip pass for Spadorcia.
17 wins a trip to the 8-meter. Let's see what she can do.
Pass across. What a good look. And O'Neill buries it.
Outstanding play. Heads-up play by a very smart player in Emily Spadorcia. And then obviously you get Allie that close. She's going to bury that. But that starts with the heads-up play by Emily Spud.
Great look and way to bury it for Allie O'Neill. Mustangs back up by a pair. Less than a minute into this second quarter.
Not surprising. That's what Emily does. She makes big plays. She's always there when the team needs her in a big spot. So it's a good way to start. Not even a minute in, you get that goal, and let's keep it rolling here. That's their first.
Holliston with the draw control. Like Mike just said, that's their first draw control so far of the contest.
See how the Mustangs react to it.
Bounce pass. Eventually made it to the stick. She works her way up. That's Langen. Up ahead now for Morton. Lombardi back up top for DeSantos.
It's Mustang ball. It's good aggressive play there. And guess who? 17. Making another play. Mustangs having a little trouble holding onto the ball here, but looks like O'Neill's going to bail them out.
Up ahead, Mustangs looking to settle things down here. As they look to get set up.
Yeah, they should kick it around a little bit. Shea's just coming back in. She's going to need a little breather here.
Here's Shea Larkey. Up ahead. Tried to find O'Neill in a crowd. Might have forced that one a bit.
Yep. Oh, Penza. Get there.
That one just over the head of Penza and collected by Warius. As she finds a lane for Lombardi. Short pass and a sidearm, and again a goal. It's 4-3 now.
Yeah, Holliston is just making good on every opportunity they have here to keep this game close. No, it just can't really pull away. So yeah, like you said, that starts down the other end. I think Shea probably forced that one into the crowd to Allie. It's worked a bunch for them this year, but like you said, you just gotta take care of the ball. Holliston turns that opportunity into a goal. Back down by only one.
Pinballing around, just going to move it to some space. And Shea Larkey picks up another draw control.
It's her 8th draw control of the game. We just started the second quarter.
It's still the first half.
Yep.
Sobel for Larkey.
Ooh. Wake up, Bridgie.
Yeah, swatted that one down.
Ball's coming, Bridgie.
Here's O'Neill. Larkey with some running room. Pulls out.
There it is.
Found some space and she scores over the top. It's Allie O'Neill.
Allie made sure of that. When you see that finish, Joe?
Oh, man. Fake low, went high with it.
Yep, and ripped it. She wasn't giving that one up.
She had the space, and she took it.
Great look by Shea. So Norwood's now starting to get their offense in motion here. I don't know if you noticed the crease work. You had Quinn and Nora just constantly circling that crease, getting the defense to move off ball. So hopefully the Mustangs can keep that motion going.
How important is that type of motion to the like the chaos happening in front of the crease? How important is that to converting a goal in that situation?
It's huge because you want the defense to think. They've got to be moving, and then it's harder for them to switch and double and slide and all those things. So the more off-ball work you can do, the better off it is for the ball carriers, and ends up, like you said, Allie O'Neill. How do you lose Allie O'Neill? She's wide open in front. Shea finds her. So, yeah, it's good to see that motion, the cut-throughs.
Another draw control for the Mustangs. Here's O'Neill. Skip pass for Larkey. Spadorcia cutting through. Again, a lot of chaos happening in front of the crease. Larkey finds some space.
Going to the 8, and they call it, yeah. Yep.
They call that goal back. And she's going to go take a free position from the 8-meter.
See what she does here.
She's going to take the space.
Boom.
She buries it.
Joe, that's a big one. That is career goal number 100 for number 19, Shea Larkey.
She reached the century mark.
Yep. Congratulations, Shea.
100 goals for Shea Larkey. Keep that ball. Hold on to that one.
Yep, they already tossed it over. The coaches knew it was coming. Good for Shea. Supremely talented athlete. Again, this is probably her third sport, but she's still really good at it and just put up big numbers. Missed her freshman year with the knee injury, comes back sophomore year basically on one leg, getting used to her body again. And then this year, just crushing it. Last year she scored 50, and this year she gets herself to 100 goals pretty quick.
Draw control by Holliston. As the Mustangs up 6-3 now. It's 7.5 to go here in the opening half.
The turnover. Guess who?
Emily Spadorcia now. She fires that one down the field. And it's going to roll all the way back to the Holliston defense.
Stay with them. Keep redefending.
Here's Friedman. Tossing it off for Morton. Back for Lombardi.
Ooh. So she got a step on Allie. Put on the brakes, and Allie came right up over the top of her. So she'll get herself to on that hanging hash there. She's not going to take that from there. Watch that far side, Mustangs. The ref trying to line her up right. Okay.
Dumps it out, back to the top. Back over for Lombardi. Morton was looking for that goal line extended, and a cutter coming towards the top of the crease, but knocked down, and whistle will blow it dead.
Mustangs doing a nice job of clogging up the middle there. Just didn't come up with the loose ball. Must have had a cover or some kind of stick infraction in the pile there.
So
go get it out.
She's looking back door, and that one deflected and collected by the Mustangs. Good job protecting your stick there and moving it ahead for Sopel.
It's a good clear by Allie. Right, get the ball up and out. Mustangs will settle. We got our substitution here. We got Megan Malloy coming in, looks like, for Shea, getting her breather.
Penza. Shovel pass now for O'Neill. O'Neill with 3 in front of her.
I think she's going to get that a lot.
Works her way down the right side, and she gets it from distance. And the biggest lead of the afternoon so far, Mustangs up 7-3 with less than 5 to go in the first half.
It's about that change of speed, Joe. She had, like you said, 3 people in front of her. She kind of backed off a little bit. One of them went away. A little bit of change of speed, little hesitation, and then a shot from distance. Probably surprised the goalie, but Mustangs starting to pull away here. 4-goal lead, 4:52 left in the second quarter, so hopefully they can keep it rolling here. And they did that with 19 on the bench, so it's all good.
Allie O'Neill's going to step in for the draw. Friedman picks it up, the senior captain for Holliston. She's going to make a long pass all the way to the attack. Here's Lombardi. Just chugging through.
Looks like Charlotte got her stick up a little bit high as she was going around her, so she'll end up on the 8 here. See what Allie's got. Looks like we might see a distance rip here. Just setting up for it. Save, Allie Mannering.
Great save by Mannering.
Nice play, Charlotte Martino right there. Working it through traffic, getting it up to Quinn.
Here's Quinlan Brown. Lefty down the near sideline. Pulling it out in a right-handed pass for Penza. O'Neill over to that far wing. Doucette's going to hit the brakes a couple times and then back up top to O'Neill.
All right, Norwood happy to take a little break here. Get their mids some rest. Let's see what Allie does here. Draws a lot of attention. Good stick work there, protecting her stick. Penza down Main Street.
Oh, and a good save.
And Staunton with the backup. Another forced pass there. There's Megan. Norwood likes to get the column. Last year we were referring to them as clumps.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the clump of players there and you try to work cutters out of that. Get that pass from low to high. Megan gets herself to the 8 here.
Some more directing by the referee.
Come on, Meg.
Oh, and she got that one to go.
Good for Megan.
Lead is up to 5 now. 2:15 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Mustangs got lucky on that one. They forced that pass. It ended up going up over, and there was 14. Megan scoops it up, gets aggressive, gets herself to the 8, and then buries it. Just a good instinctive athlete.
So now you got a couple of your key players on the bench trying to get a good breath in. How do you maintain all I was going to say the offensive part of the game, but how do you maintain consistency?
Yeah, it's like you said, you get your mids have to get out at some point, right? Because they're the ones doing the most
running
work,
up and
right?
down the whole
Especially
game.
someone like Shea. She's just giving it everything on every run. So, but you want to limit the time that she's over there because she's so important. But I think they have 3 or 4 that they can rotate. Like the attackers and the defenders, they can pretty much play the entire game. It's the mids you got to take care of, and how do you balance that? But they're lucky this year. You know, you got Bridgie, you got Em, Shay, Allie, and then you can spell them with Megan. So good athletes, good on the defensive end, and then, you know, a couple of them are special on the offensive end. So good position for the Mustangs to be in this year at the mid. Last year we really only had 3.
Just under 90 to go here in the opening half.
Another rip. Okay.
She gets that one to go.
So the last girl that set up for the rip, Allie was ready, took care of it, and this one sneaks by her down, low to the right side, low stick side.
Caroline Warriors. Lead back down to 4.
Got 1:19 left here. Let's try to grab a draw control here, maybe run a little clock and bury one.
Larkey back in. And she's not going to give up as Sopel picks it up.
Ooh, caused turnover there.
That was Hastings.
Norwood really doing a nice job in the redefense of just getting those double and triple teams, getting in front of people, making them slow down and change direction.
I have noticed there's only a few players on Holliston who can use both hands. So getting them down to that sideline has been huge so far for the Mustangs. So you didn't force them to go one way.
Yep, you trap them. Again, Noah doing a good job of just slowing them down, trying to keep that clock running. Nice.
Nice save by Mannering.
It's a big one.
Somehow that stayed in bounds. Under 30 to go. Oh, that one went off the upper 90. Believe that hit where the crossbar meets the post on that left-hand side.
Okay, let that clock run.
Here's Lombardi.
Watch that switch.
Oof. Lefty, she scores.
Rip that.
She's been good for them.
Yep, not what the Mustangs were looking for there, but 3 seconds left, 3-goal lead. I think they'll take it.
Again, with the time of possession, feels like Norwood's dominating, but a lot more goals this quarter. But again, only a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, Holliston again making good on their opportunities. Once they do finally get a good possession, they're keeping themselves in the game.
Spadorcia playing a cat and mouse game around the face-off circle. And that'll do it for the first half. Norwood leading 8-5 over Holliston. Joe Spadorcia, Mike Lodge. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Norwood High School. Joe Spadorcia, joined by former head coach of the varsity girls lacrosse team, Mike Lodge. It's the second half. Norwood up 8-5. Mike, what do they need to do in the second half to keep this lead?
They just need to be more consistent on offense. Again, great job on the draw. Right now it's 12-2 in draw controls for the Mustangs, which is great because you have the ball, get control of the game. So they just need to be a little more efficient on offense, make better use of their opportunities. And there's another draw control.
Another draw control going the Mustangs' way as Larkey picks this one up. Stick in her left hand, dodges right, finds a lane and she scores, wasting no time. Shay Larkey.
That's 7 seconds in.
It's pretty good.
Right? 17. Sorry.
Either way.
Either way.
Took her 7 seconds of possession there.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great way to start. I didn't draw that up, but I'm going to guess Chrissy said, let's go get a quick one.
We got the Dolly Parton score. It's 9-5. What a way to make a living.
That's right. Sun popping out from the clouds again.
Yeah, that's what we were afraid of.
Got the sauna up here. Another draw control for the Mustangs.
Direct pass there for O'Neill off the draw. Gonna take it down that far side. Back up top for Spadorcia. She makes an offering. She's gonna dump it off. Back up to the wing for Spadorcia, and up top again for Larkey. Far wing.
I'd like to see Penzer and Quinn get a little more aggressive on that side. Everything seems to be coming from this side.
A little back and forth. And back and forth again.
They're going to send that taker, Quinn. Quinn's going to get that edge at some point in time. She'll turn that corner.
Penza for Doucette. Got dodge a defender and a ref.
Pesky refs always in the way.
Aren't they always? Over the far side now, back up top, it's Larkey.
Don't forget that two-man game here. Is Allie going to try to slip through? Looks like Shea gets another trip to the 8.
Larkey looking to double him up. And
Boom.
she does. It's 10-5.
It's a good start.
That's 2 for Larkey. First 2.5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, good aggressive play there. Trying to run that so the attention again, you're looking at 19 and you're looking at 15, right? Those two playing that game and they decided that they were going to cover Allie on the slip through and Shea gets herself to the 8. We'll take that all day long.
Number 101 and 102.
This half, yeah. 4 for the day, 102 for the career.
It's a good day of work.
I think one of her brothers just actually showed up. A little more of the family showing up at the Larkies. Cousin Maddie, former captain here at the high school. Playing field hockey out at Westfield.
Draw control going the other way, but bobbled and recollected from a whistle. Now back ahead. So Holliston works right to left. Hastings over to the far side now. It's Friedman. And the near wing, it's Maggie Morton.
Yeah, hopefully the Mustangs don't get lulled to sleep here. There's not much movement going on by Holliston, so.
Morton legged it laterally to feed it back through X.
Nice job by Evan not letting her slide underneath her.
Boreas for Lombardi. And a great save by Mannering.
It's the cutter.
A near wing.
Shea's itching for a pickoff here.
It's Friedman over on that far side. Walking her way towards goal line extended and back behind the cage now. Not a lot of movement out front when that ball gets passed through X there.
There it is, Shea. I just said it. She was itching for that.
Causing some chaos as Holliston recollects. That one bobbled. Right into the bread basket. And Mannering awarded the possession.
Yeah, so I mean that's Shea just knowing the situation that Holliston is just stagnant. They're not moving. And they were trying to make a distance pass, and she stepped in the lane and caused that chaos. And looks like Michaela's working on the clear here. A little trouble. Get it back to Allie. There you go. There you go, Allie. Get out of there. Your clock is ticking. And there's the relief valve. Get it up to 19. It's never a bad decision.
Larkey up ahead. It's Evan O'Neill. Quickly ahead for Allie O'Neill.
All right, let's get another good, efficient offensive set here. Go up by 6.
10-5 with just under 7 to go here in the third frame. Mustangs are going to work it through X. Back up to the wing. Skip pass for Larkey up top. Hard step left goes right and pulls it out.
Nice, good aggressive play by Emily right there. She's going to get herself to the top of the 8, center hash. See what Emily can do here. Bingo.
Plants and fires. And it's 11-5 with 6 to go in the third quarter.
Another check mark in the stat sheet for 17. Good play by Emily. Couple of quick steps. Let her rip. So let's see if the Mustangs can keep their foot on the gas here. Win another draw, another decent long set, really get them on their heels, put them away early here in the second half.
Yeah, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, last time these two teams faced off, Norwood came out on top 14-12.
And they had to come back. So they really battled their way back. But since then, I think Holliston's been on a little bit of a slide. I think Norwood, would they win 4 in a row? And then I think they lost the 2.
That's correct.
Yep. And then, like I just said, that Dedham, when we talked about that earlier, looks like Staunton in the middle. Great catch. Staunton again from high to low. Shea Larkey found her on the cut. Kind of got her around the waist. She slid her stick in, caught it nice, and came up top and buried it. So this is perfect. This is what they're looking for. Nice 7-goal lead, 5:39 left.
Mustangs keep piling it on.
Nice to play from ahead. We were just saying in their first game, they were playing from behind and really scratched and clawed their way back. The coaches were real proud of the players for that comeback win.
Holliston coming into this game on a 3-game losing streak. Their last win came back on May 5th against Bellingham.
Yeah, not a typical year for Holliston. Holliston is usually in that second tier of the TVL here. Very, very competitive team. So a little bit of a down year for them.
A lot of bright spots on the down year.
Yeah, they've got kids. There's some kids that can play.
A lot of good athletes.
Yeah,
on this
like
team.
I said, Anderson is a heck of a lacrosse player. So always a problem when we played her. So another good clear for the Mustangs here.
Let's do set. Here's Allie O'Neill. Move it to her left.
Looks like we got Megan Malloy back in, subbing at the mid position. Looks like Shea getting a breather.
Allie O'Neill back up top.
Pins are on the cut through.
Almost playing a zone up top there.
Trying to sneak that into Madison. Madison will get herself a trip to the 8. Let's see what she does here.
Oh, and she buries it.
Nice. Good
Bottom
for
left.
Madison. Yep.
Picked her spot.
Another one of those talented sophomores we have. Played a bunch for us last year as a freshman. Good to see Madison on the board. Good kid, works hard. Good teammate, does whatever we need. The team needs. Good to see her get rewarded.
You're allowed to say we. You're definitely still allowed to say we.
Yeah, exactly what I think Coach B and Coach Pisa were looking for here. A good start of the third quarter, up 13-5, 4 minutes left. Just keep your foot on the gas. Don't let them breathe.
Larky back in for the draw.
Again.
She's been really good this afternoon. Met by a defender.
Yep, she's fresh now too, so she's going to be aggressive. Yep, got to go behind.
Here's Doucette. She's the most recent Mustangs goal. Brown to the far side now, back up top for Malloy. Larky again. Sidearm, that one.
Yeah, she wanted
off
that
target.
one. It's tough to see over there in the shadows. Pens are playing in the shadows of the field right now.
Hallie O'Neill takes it left. Good defense there by Holliston. Forces her to retreat. She's going to dump it back out for Larky. She's going to put the stick in her left hand, which means she's going right. She backpedals, dumps it off, back down low. That's Brown.
Penza got her defender hung up in the 8 meter, got aggressive. Gonna get herself a trip there.
Oh, and she bounces it in.
There you go, Emma.
Emma Penza.
Freshman, she can fill it up. You get her going. You need to get her going. Like to see Quinn Brown get going here on the maybe a couple crease rolls here.
14-5 the score, 2:11 to go here in the third quarter.
By my count, I've got 6 different goal scorers for the Mustangs today, which is a good thing. It's nice. Good to see.
Just
actually,
what you want. Senior day
Megan
celebration.
Malloy scored too, right? So that's 7.
That's right. 7 different goal scorers. It's exactly what you want on a senior night celebration day.
Yep.
Spread the wealth, spread the love. The Mustangs up by 9. Violation there.
Holliston with a draw control. Set up their offense.
Here's Lombardi.
It's like we got the JV team rolling in, getting ready for their game.
It's Morton.
Again, Holliston's just standing still. There's no motion. There's no life here.
Denault. Fed it on off. Back up top now. It's Eliza Marion. Langan.
Nice job. Nice job of Evan and Bridgie kind of closing off that gap together.
Lombardi made some space lefty and then went righty and missed high. Holliston will retain the possession.
And again, hopefully Mustangs don't get lulled to sleep here with this lack of movement. Now they seem to be moving a little bit more, working off the crease roll.
She got to the top side and she buried it sidearm. Ava Lombardi, the senior captain, with another tally.
Yep, they cleared out. They pulled everybody up to the top of the 8, sent one cutter through, and then the crease roll and get that. All it takes is a little half step, right? Get that stick free. Good shot.
We were talking about it at the break. She can shoot from anywhere on the clock.
Yep.
She can go over the top. She can go sidearm. She can go between 5 and 7 o'clock with it.
Yeah, you're not going to hold the good players down for the entire day. She hasn't given up.
Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Mustangs up 14-6.
It's 2 in a row. They're going for a fast break here.
Hastings trying to make haste with what she got left in this quarter. And a good save there by Mannering. Collected by the Mustangs.
Nice job. Back to Allie and eat it. Just eat it, Allie. Just hold on to it. You can hear Coach Pisa yelling, hold it.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter.
Nice. It's one of the benefits of having an athletic goaltender, right? She can run to space, good on the clears. So excellent third quarter for the Mustangs, exactly what they were looking for.
Don't touch that remote. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the School on the Hill. Joe Spadorcia, Mike Lodge. Norwood girls lacrosse taking on Holliston. They're up by a bunch. It's 14-6.
Yeah, Norwood needed to pull away there. They did a nice job. So up until now, it's the draws of 14 to 6. But Holliston actually won the draws in the third quarter by 1. They won 4-3 in the draws. So, but Norwood did a great job of efficiently taking care of the ball and making good on their opportunities on the offensive end, getting themselves to the 8 and burying them. So good day so far, and we'll see if they can keep it rolling here in the fourth.
Larkey and the Mustangs had a very strong start to the third quarter. Let's see if they roll that into the fourth here.
Yeah, hit them quick. Hit them quick again. And the sun glaring at us once again here from behind the clouds.
Not a lot of clouds coming towards it either.
Nope. Shay just trying to come up with the draw control, but not making it easier on herself. Oop.
It's going to be Holliston ball.
Thought that she was going to get that. All right, let's see if we get some white shirts over here around the ball. They've been good at it all day on the redefend. Good clear for Holliston.
Hastings ahead for Lombardi. It's Warriors again. Working it behind the cage. Bobbled and recollected by Feldman. Back up top for Friedman.
O'Neill harassing. Oh, setting the screen.
Lombardi rolls off.
Oh, she was wide open. Holliston with a lot of movement there, looking to set some screens here too.
A lot more movement so far for Holliston than they've had so far this afternoon.
Trying to get the Mustangs moving, confuse them a little bit. Another save for Allie.
Minute and a half into this final frame.
There goes Bridgie.
Here's Sopel. Just going to leg it all the way to the 20.
She'll wait for her midi teammates to arrive.
Hallie O'Neill for Shea Larkey. With a near side for Penza. She's going to go back down low with it. It's Quinlan Brown. Over to the far side. Back up top.
Looks like the Mustangs are happy to run a little time on the clock here before they decide who's... Oh, Larkey down the middle as I say that. Tries to split the double. So Shea on the foul. See if they can redefend again here. Penza running with her up the sideline. Quinn helping.
Collected by Lombardi. Oh, rip sidearm. That one snuck in the inside post.
Yeah, if 19 gets wide open in the middle, you might want to think about covering her.
Yeah, Anderson Hastings.
You could hear Coach Pisa from the sideline screaming middle. She's wide open, and I don't know if the Mustangs just got confused and nobody picked her up. But wrong person to leave wide open in the middle. Like I said, Anderson's a problem.
14-7. Excuse me. 7-goal lead now for the Mustangs. 9:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. Goggles came off for Larkey.
It's like Sopel legging it out for the draw control. Shea trying to get her gear settled.
Yeah, Larkey resetting.
Spadorcia settling into the offensive end. So that's another thing. Bridget's been playing defense, but you see her up on that draw circle. She's just so good in all phases of the field that they keep her up there in the draw control. She's good at getting the ball, and then she and Emily switch out. Here's Quinn. Bingo.
She gets herself on the score sheet, and it's 15-7 Mustangs.
Been waiting for that one. Quinn's got to get active on that crease roll. She's just a good, aggressive, physical athlete, and just kind of bowled her way through. Buried one in the left hand. Nice to see, too. So a good answer for the Mustangs here, right? You just got to keep it, try to keep it even and get out of here with the W. What's he going to do here? The draw control for the Mustangs. It looks like we got Penzer up here over to Quinn again. Down behind to Nora. Looks like they're going to play that two-man game again behind maybe. Nope.
Penza. Back up top for Larkey.
They keep trying to do that little slip through with Allie, but Holliston isn't having anything with it. Oh, here we go. Nice play,
Oh, wow. Recollected on almost a broken play there.
Yeah, they were trying to go to Quinn cutting through, and it was a little bit of a long pass. Quinn couldn't come up with it, but Allie just...
wasted no time with it.
Yep.
Scooped and scored.
Yep, right in the right spot and buried it.
Under 7.5 to go here in the fourth. Trying to hold on to that ball as well.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that's goal number 50 on the year for the freshman. Pretty impressive.
Wow.
A couple of milestones here today.
It's a great day for it.
Yeah, Mustangs are lucky. We've got a good sprinkling of, you got two freshmen that are starting, playing big minutes, scoring a lot of goals, and then your sophomores are contributing with Nora and Quinn behind the net, and Madison's been on the field the entire game. Your goalie's a sophomore. So, yeah, it's a nice sprinkling of veterans and some younger talent.
And both of these teams getting right back after it tomorrow. Norwood is going to be at Ashland, and Holliston is going to be taking on Dedham.
Yeah, they got to get that game in. I guess there's a prom night on Friday.
That's right.
So they got to go the back-to-back, get the games in. It's only so much time in the spring to get your games in. A lot going on.
Behind the cage now. We're on that far wing. It's Allie O'Neill. Back up top for Larkey. Running in and out of the shadows.
Some crisscross in here, a little overload.
She's going to work her way to the right. Feed it back on down through X. A little back and forth behind the cage.
Here comes Shea. Wide open, nice feed, Nora. Good cross right there. Got Holliston confused, and Shea just slid, waited for the traffic to slide by. Ran down Main Street wide open. Great feed from Nora.
Great feed and a great finish for Shea Larkey.
She'll get rewarded with a little rest. In comes Megan.
And 6 minutes to go as the clock running now. It's a 10-goal lead.
Mustangs doing a nice job here. Getting their foot on the gas and just pulling away.
A good response coming off that Dedham game.
Yeah, I think the coaches are going to be happy with the effort here today. It was started off good, continued through. Another Holliston draw control. All right. Quinn Brown, good. Again, the white shirts on the redefend today have been excellent. It's all about effort.
So you're up by 10. Obviously you got some season left after this before you head into the postseason. How do you, as a coach, what do you say on the sidelines about, focus and developing good habits?
Yeah, you just want to stay consistent. And I think they've got, is it 3 games? You got Ashland, Westwood, Canton. So you just want to keep this consistent level of energy, effort, and good quality play, because Ashland is tough. If you play your best game, you got a shot to beat Ashland. Westwood's going to be Westwood. And then you end up with Canton. And that's going to be important. This win is huge because I think this guarantees them. Is this win number 8? This guarantees them at least 500, and they make the tournament no matter what the power rankings. So if you can get that and you get another win, you're 9-7, right? If you sneak one against Ashland, right, then you're at 10 wins. It's huge. So
again, it's Joe Spadorcia and Mike Lodge on the call.
All right, so it looks like Holliston was just looking for that timeout to make sure they get a good offensive set here.
Yeah, even though down by a bunch, you still want to be developing good habits. And
there it is.
There it is. That's exactly what we're talking about there. And it's 17-8.
Yep, and they got it quick. I'm going to guess the coach wanted that. Let's get a good play. Let's set some screens, little motion, and she comes right around the corner and buries it. So let's get back to work on the draw here. Possession is everything.
It's going to be Allie O'Neill stepping in for the draw.
It looks like we got Larkey on the sideline still. So Allie in there. Spud on the circle with Bridgie.
O'Neill and Kayla Friedman for Holliston.
There we go.
Another draw control for the Mustangs.
Good job by Allie getting in front of her.
Is that 20? How many do we have? How many draw controls?
19.
Oh, wow.
Almost there.
Almost. Here's O'Neill for Spadorcia. Back over
to Malloy.
For Malloy.
Yep. All right, they're going to set up the ISO for Spud.
Dumps it off. Goal line extended. Back behind.
There it up. Got her stick in the way. Spud looked like she was going to be wide open. Back to the clump. Set a pick. Multiple players coming out. They'll just keep passing the ball back and forth till somebody's wide open. Go ahead, Quinn.
She finds some space.
Nice.
And she scores. What
Nice
patience there.
Yep. Got underneath her. Great move. If that was last year, she would have continued to try to go around high. She worked on her footwork. She saw she'd got that step high, went low, watched the crease, put the stick up. Great play by Quinn. Finished strong. Good to see her getting going.
Great move to get herself to that underside. Found some space and just patiently waited for a spot to open and buried it.
Yep.
And it's 18-8. 3 minutes to go.
Larky back in to finish off senior night. Collect another draw control. There's your 20.
Number 20.
And I'm going to guess Shea's probably got 13 or 14 of them. It's crazy.
Pass ahead for Spadorcia.
Good look.
Penza. That might have deflected off the goalie, and that one went wide.
All right, let's see. We get some cut-throughs here. Kill a little bit of the clock.
Spadorcia around the 25. Almost at the bench. Really over there near that sideline. She puts on some spin moves and dumps it off for Doucette.
Nice play by Anderson on the check from behind. Holliston possession. Let's see if Mustangs can slow down this fast break.
Morton ahead for Lombardi.
Trip to the 8-meter. Another challenge for Allie here at the end of the game.
Just under 100 seconds to go here in regulation.
Now looks like we got another rip here. Little hop step and a rip.
Sidearm, she scores.
That's a hard shot. Nice and high. Got her, picked her spot. Let her rip. So Holliston refusing to go away. Still playing hard. Anderson on the cause turnover at one end. And then the big rip at the other end.
Lead under 10 now, so the clock will stop. Stop now at 1:23. 18-9 the score here from Norwood High. It's the Mustangs lead. Draw control awarded to Holliston. It's Lombardi. Quickly ahead for Hastings. That one deflected. In a ground ball battle.
Got an injured player here. Yeah, Clark is still running for some reason here. I don't know why. They stop it now.
Friedman.
Probably lost a good 25 seconds.
Yeah,
there.
that was a good amount of time for that to be running. Lombardi. She's kept to the outside, forced behind the cage.
Little pump fake.
Back and forth. She found a lane and she scored.
She was not going to be denied on that one. Good play, good moves. Good stick angle on that finish, too.
28 seconds to go. 18-10 the score. Mustangs still ahead. Overall, it's been a great day for the Mustangs. Seen a lot of good things. Good response, like we said earlier, from the game they're coming off of.
And the season sweep of Holliston, which I don't know if that's ever happened.
Wow.
At least as far back as I know, I don't think they've ever swept Holliston, so this is huge.
Another draw control.
Bridgie Magic. Looks like Bridgie wants one for senior night. Clock is still running.
Under 10 now.
And now he stops it. Bridgie really wanted that one.
Oh, she tried again with reverse.
Yeah.
We're back to the cage.
She's trying to get it for senior night. She's been playing defense all year, so.
And that's going to do it. Senior night from Norwood High. The girls lacrosse team defeating Holliston 18-10 the final score.
Outstanding game today. Totally dominated in time of possession. The draw circle, 8 different goal scorers. Allie with some big saves. I think the coaching staff is going to be very happy with this bounce back game.
Mustangs will get right back at it tomorrow. And then they got Westwood in Canton to finish up the season.
Yeah, hopefully they can start to. It's going to be funny, the power rankings. They're going to get beat by Westwood, and they're probably going to jump up in the rankings just because that carries so much weight in the strength of schedule.
And we're signing off for one last time here for NCM. Joe Spadorcia and Mike Lodge signing off from Nord High. Thanks for watching.